In the heart of the English countryside, where mist clung to rolling hills and ancient oaks stood sentinel over sprawling estates, there lived a man of great wealth and influence. Lord Harold Whitcomb was known far and wide for his vast lands, shrewd business acumen, and a fortune built over generations. Yet beneath his stern exterior lay a restless heart, one that yearned for wisdom as much as wealth. His household buzzed with servants, stewards, and advisors, but none commanded his respect like Lawrence, a man whose quiet dignity and unshakable integrity set him apart. Lawrence had entered Lord Whitcomb's service as a young man, orphaned and penniless, but with a sharp mind that caught the Lord's attention. Over the years, he rose from stable hand to steward, not through flattery or ambition, but through an almost uncanny ability to see through pretense. While others schemed for favor, Lawrence spoke plainly. While others indulged in gossip, he listened. And while the Lord's own sons squabbled over inheritance, Lawrence managed the estate with such care that the harvest grew richer, the tenants happier, and the Whitcomb name more respected than ever. The bond between the two men puzzled the household. Lord Whitcomb, a man of exacting standards, deferred to Lawrence's judgment in all matters. At council meetings, he would silence quarreling advisors with a raised hand and turn to Lawrence.
"What say you?"
he'd ask, and the room would still. When a blight threatened the wheat fields, it was Lawrence who suggested rotating crops with clover to nourish the soil. When a fire ravaged the tenant cottages, it was Lawrence who organized the rebuilding without a single family left homeless. But it was at the dining table where their relationship truly confounded observers. Every evening, Lord Whitcomb insisted Lawrence join him for supper, a privilege never extended to other servants. The ritual was unvarying. A servant would bring the first dish, and the Lord would gesture for Lawrence to taste it.
"Your approval blesses the meal,"
he'd say. Only then would the Lord eat, savoring each bite as if it were seasoned by Lawrence's judgment. One crisp autumn day, a farmer from the northern hills arrived with a gift. A melon of unusual size, its golden rind streaked with emerald, a fruit said to grow only in distant, sun-drenched lands. The farmer claimed it was the sweetest in the world, a treasure for the Lord's table. Lord Whitcomb, intrigued, ordered it brought to the study.
"Send for Lawrence,"
he told a footman.
"We shall share this rarity together."
When Lawrence entered, the Lord was already slicing the melon with a silver knife. The fruit's flesh glistened, pale as moonlight.
"Sit,"
said Lord Whitcomb, handing him the first slice.
"Tell me if its sweetness matches its beauty."
Lawrence hesitated.
"My lord, surely your sons."
"My sons,"
the Lord interrupted,
"would swallow it whole and ask for wine. You taste, now eat."
and so Lawrence did. He took a small bite, then another, his face softening with pleasure.
"Like honeyed dew,"
he murmured. The Lord, delighted, cut another slice, and another. Each time Lawrence ate with relish, praising the melon's flavor until 17 slices lay consumed, and only one remained.
"Now,"
said Lord Whitcomb, seizing the final piece. A faint, knowing smile touched Henry's lips. He bit deeply and froze. A violent grimace twisted his face. The melon was not sweet. It was bitter, unbearably so, its acrid juice searing his tongue like vinegar laced with ash. He spat into a handkerchief, gasping.
"How?"
He choked out, staring at Lawrence.
"You ate 17 slices. Was this a jest? A test?"
Lawrence met his gaze, calm as ever.
"My lord, when I first came to your house, I was a boy with nothing. You gave me bread when I was hungry, medicine when I was ill, trust when I was nameless. For 20 years, your kindness has been sweeter than any fruit. Should I grimace at one bitter gift?"
The room fell silent. Lord Whitcomb's anger dissolved into something far heavier, shame. He had prided himself on his discernment, yet he'd failed to see the truth. Loyalty forged not by obligation, but by gratitude, could endure even poison. Let's peel back the layers of this tale. On one level, it's a story about loyalty, but not the kind bought with gold or fear. Lawrence's loyalty is earned, a slow-growing vine nurtured by years of mutual respect. Notice how the story flips traditional power dynamics. Lord Whitcomb, a man of immense privilege, finds himself humbled by his own servant. Why? Because Lawrence embodies a virtue the Lord lacks: mastery over self. While the Lord's sons chase status, Lawrence finds contentment in service. While the Lord seeks external validation, Lawrence's worth is internal, unshaken by bitterness, literally and metaphorically. This isn't just a historical vignette. Think about modern workplaces. How often do we dismiss the Lawrences around us, the quiet colleagues, the unsung caregivers, because they lack titles? Yet these are often the people who hold communities, families, and businesses together through simple, steadfast decency. And let's talk about that melon. 17 bitter slices. At first glance, Lawrence's act seems almost absurd, but dig deeper. It's a metaphor for how gratitude reframes hardship. When we focus on life's sweetness, the people who've supported us, the small joys we've been given, the occasional bitterness feels smaller. Not gone, but manageable. If this resonates, you'll love DecodeTales. We're all about stories that challenge how we see the world. Smash that subscribe button and let me know in the comments. Could you stomach 17 bitter slices for someone you respect?